Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today I decided to make a video on a type of deck that a lot of people asked for, and I'm talking about, as you may have seen from the thumbnail already, Fusion Cyber Dragon. No, I'm gonna tell that after showing you the deck list. So before jumping right in, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here, of course, with Zane and the new skill Immortal Cyber Style. So what this skill does, real quick, again, let's have a refresh. You can only normal special summon machine and dragon cyber monsters and level 5 or higher live machine monsters from your basically hands or graveyard, right? And excluding special summons from the extra deck. During your main phase, send one cyber dragon from your deck to the graveyard, so you can do this effect once per turn and as many times as you want during the duel. And the second one is that change the level of all the monsters you control to 5 until the end of the turn. So super nice. So what has these deck list compared to the one that we played on stream and to the one we played that I showed you in the first video about Cyber Dragons? These actually involves fusion in the combo. Now let me get this straight and let me get this right. Fusion will never be the best part of Seadra, especially if we're going first, because unfortunately we do not have any fusion monster that when summoned, at least in the Cyber Dragon archetype, that can actually make a difference, that can make an impact and make your turn 1 look good. Because we just have this bunch of monsters. I mean, we have the classic one, the Cyber End Dragon, the Cyber Twin Dragon, that have literally no effect going first. But actually even not this guy either. But I mean, these can be summoned during your opponent's turn to pop some back rows, but that's it. Same for this guy, and this is for another purpose, as you will see in a minute, but still, this is the issue, guys. So if you love fusions in Cyber Dragons, you can play them, and trust me, you're gonna a little bit reduce the power of the deck, a little bit, but if that's the price to pay to have fun, then go ahead. You know, I always give priority to fun above anything else. So if that's what you need to have fun with Cyber Dragons, play the fusions, and this is how you should play it, in my opinion, as this gives you a lot of plays. Especially, guys, going second, we have some fusion cards that are just crazy. So as you can see right here, we're playing the Ultra Polymerization and the Cyber Fusion. So Cyber Fusion is great, and it gives I mean, this is searchable with the core, right? And this also gives a meaning to ending the turn with a couple of Cyber Dragon monsters on the field. You know, just so that you can summon this boy during your opponent's turn and maybe pop his back rows before he has a chance to activate them. But that's the only reason you should summon a fusion monster during your opponent's turn. The other occasion, the other chance to summon a fusion monster during your opponent's turn, it could be with the effect of Nova. Well, keep in mind, your opponent will most of the time will not read the second effect of Nova that says if this card is in your possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one machine type fusion monster from your extra deck. That is Barbaroid. That's the guy you want to summon. This guy is a beast. A 4k attacking defense, can attack all of your opponent's monsters, and actually not all, but it can make 2 attacks, and each time he pops a monster you get 1000 damage to your opponent, of course, inflicted. So that's lovely. Then we have a couple of Rampage Dragons to pop the back rows, attack multiple times. The CHIMERATECH just as the Over Dragon actually, just as a surprise eventually, where it can be a very nice weapon to use just in a late duel, okay? And then in this case, Seeger becomes super important, because Seeger can boost up your Rampage Dragon up to 4200, and this little guy can attack up to 3 times, even directly, so you definitely want to boost it up to 4200 so that it becomes a potential 12k damage. For the rest of the deck, guys, we have The classic 2 Cyber Dragons, just in case you draw one, could do a skill you send the other one. Triple Nashter in this case. We're not using Galaxy Soldier here, guys, because I think that that could be a problem for your fusion plays, so it's better to have just improved chances of drawing Nashter. Triple Kurdas the Searcher, Kaiju just in case you need to get rid of those birds or any untargetable beast, and then the Hertz. One copy is fine. Triple Searcher Plant, the Triple Emergency. Now keep in mind, I did try the deck like this, but I suggest you go with this simply because the fusion deck, the fusion pod, needs a lot of monsters to go on with. So if you just happen to draw one monster, usually it's not enough. So you want to have your hand full of monsters just in case, because you can eventually draw the you can eventually add the Cyberlord fusion with the effect of core. So Triple Emergency, Triple Plant, of course if you miss, it's okay to remove those. The text that I suggest here, you can actually increase these up to 25 by playing the limited trap cards. That's totally recommended. I mean, you can do it. I love to play less cards in a deck, but it's totally fine if you decide to play the limited trap cards or spell cards. Ultra Polymerization, it's super nice going second. Why is that? As you will see in the replays, when you go second, you summon your Cyber Dragon core, or actually also your Cyber Dragon. I mean, you find a way to have a couple of monsters on the field, pretty easy with this. And what happens is that you use first Ultra Polymerization to summon your boy, pop the back rows, and then you use the effect of Ultra Polymerization to bring those guys back, the guys you used for the fusion summon, and then you can use the skill to make those level 5 and go into Nova and then rank up into Infinity. So that's actually Ultra Polymerization is a great card for Cyber Dragons because you need the monsters to go into your Xyz plays, literally loving, it's super lovable, super juicy, and then the end is Xyz Reborn. As I already told you guys, this is crazy. I'm actually planning on getting the third copy with my box chips, cause I think it's in the box chips. I mean, dude, this is insane. Like, especially for Infinity, is super nice because, I mean, even Nashter can bring back Infinity, but with Xyz Reborn, you can bring back Infinity during your opponent's turn, and what's insane is that Infinity comes back with its material, because Xyz Reborn says, special summon it, and if you do, attach this card to it as an Xyz material. So this means that you have straight up a negation with Infinity. Also, keep in mind two things. First thing, if you go against Predaplant and they tribute your Infinity with the skill and the Hydra, if you have Reborn, you can just bring back and it is like nothing happened. You have your Infinity back with its own negation. Another thing, what Xyz Reborn is just broken for this deck, is that if you use Infinity's effect to negate something and then your opponent gets rid of it, you can summon it back with Xyz Reborn and get a second negation. Why is that? Well, because Infinity is not a hard once per turn. That means that if you get another Infinity in the field, or the same one from the grave, you get the effect again straight away. Keep in mind that, guys, because it's super important. So the rest of the extra deck, a couple of Novas, 1 Vimana, totally fine. You could happen to need more, and then in that case you can decide to take out the Overdragon, but for the meme, the Dream, and Pap's team, I had to play the Overdragon as well, just because it's like an iconic monster for Cyber Dragon, so I wanted to play it. Guys, again, this is just to pop back rows most of the times, but this is huge, guys, because a lot of people are just going to destroy your Nova because they do not want you to rank up to Infinity, so I highly suggest to play Barbaroid. Guys, that's everything for the explanation. Hope all of the fusion guys, or the Sidra fusion guys, gonna be happy about this. Of course, guys, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay against Sky Strikers to begin with. Let's see what we have. So, we have a good hand to begin with. I mean, we got the Ultra Poly, but we need another monster here. So, these, as you can see, is 20 card deck. So, this is because I was playing before of having 3 Cyber Emergency and 3 Cyber Repair Plan. So, it is, oh, a milled Dark Hole. It's got the multi-roll as well. Harriet Zero triggering itself to go into the monster. So, Ray and then Kagari. Let's see how far he can go. He's got the Engage to get the Shock Cannon. And then going into Shizuku, I guess, to get another card. Let's speed things up. So it's going to end, I think, on a couple of back rows. So we got Cyber Dragon Mill to begin with, then Cyber Emergency to get the core. Then I get rid of that. So because he was tributed, keep in mind he gets no Ray back. That's super nice. Core to get the Cyberlord Fusion because we definitely want to get rid of the back rows. So we got the Hearts, then Nashter to discarding the Hearts to summon itself. And I didn't went for Cyber Dragon actually because I wanted to do that later with the effect of Nova. But then as you can see, a couple of Cyber Dragons, Ultra Polymerization, pay 2000, get the Rampage Dragon, pop the 2 back rows, then Ultra Poly to get the 2 monsters back, Immortal Cyberside to make those level 5 into Nova, and then Nova can summon the Nashter that triggers its effect to summon the Cyber Dragon, then rank up Xyz into Infinity, and then again Infinity to steal that, Rampage Dragon to have I don't even know how many monsters, how many attacks. Now why this was done even though I can't make this a level 5, because as I told you, as I have a Cyberlord Fusion, I wanna have a couple of Cyber Dragons monsters on the field, just in case he had any crazy entrap that I could not expect. In case he sets more back rows, I could eventually use Cyberlord Fusion during my opponent's turn by shuffling these 2 guys back in the field, from the field to the deck to summon another CHIMERATECH Rampage Dragon and then popping the back rows. That's the combo and the reason behind it. That's how you did, my boys. There you go. Second duel, it's us to go first against the birds, I guess. Yep, it is. Keep in mind, guys, going first, there's not really that much for the fusion part. It's still a very good deck that can go with a couple of negation, and keep in mind, the Omnegation Infinity just makes the difference. Trust me. Being able to negate a Dark Hole to begin with, or a Chalice, but not the Droplet. I mean, even the Droplet in some cases, it depends if he has, of course, the monster to discard, could be super nice. So as you can see, 2-card combo as always. You get the core, then you got the Nashter summoning the Cyber Dragon. Then of course you make sure to have a Cyber Dragon in the grave so Nova can summon it. You need the level 5 in this case so that you can actually because you already used the skill. So then first Infinity, and then of course you go into Vimana to have that second negation that could be super nice. Another important thing, guys, when you negate with Infinity, always detach Nova first and then chain the effect of Vimana so that you can attach the Nova to Vimana and then give the boost to Infinity, so that in that case you keep on having 2 materials to Vimana. With Vimana you can keep on negating at least for another turn. So it's got the Wagtail revealed, sending the Kaba Sparrow, then Lirlusk Beard Cult, got the Warbler, and then first he special summoned this with the spell card Wagtail. With Infinity I negated that, and you know why I did that? Because I didn't want me to get the spell card that can negate the effect of all the face-up monsters I control, so I was kind of forced to do that. And then with the effect of Vimana I got a material back. It's got the Canaries effect. I went that go through, even though I had Vimana, then Sparrow to get the Lirlusk Sapphire Swallow, and then he's going with the triple monster. He used the skill to have another Wagtail there, and then it's gonna go straight away into Nightingale. I was expecting the other one first, but he went Nightingale directly. At this point, getting some attack. Then the effect of a Wagtail to have exactly lethal, because that's what happens. If Wagtail gets attached, this becomes a 1k that attacks 4 times. That's why we negate that, so he can't go directly, but because he went into Nightingale and not into Star Recital, he can't do anything else. So he's got the Burst Sanctuary, actually double, but he can't do nothing. He attacks 3 times for a total of 2400 damage. That is not enough to take me out, so we have more than a chance. Now this thing cannot be targeted, so we had to find a way to get rid of the Nightingale, but we already do. How? Because he went for the Nightingale, we negated with Infinity, he's got the Duty Crow, but he actually made him play, because the other way to get rid of it, we were just Cyber Repair Plant to get the Kaiju monsters, so he misplayed, Nightingale negated and destroyed. At this point we need nothing. Repair Plant to get the Cyber Dragon Core, to get the Cyber Emergency, and he scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Another Lulu here, let's see. Another bird humming, let's see, but this time, in this case, we're going second, and we do not only have the plant, we do not only have the core that could have searched the plant, but we also have directly the Kaiju, so you know what's happening here, right? So at least we can say Cyber Dragon is a very nice way to deal with the birds and the towers generally, right? With towers, guys, we call those monsters that are almost unbeatable, like that are unaffected, that are untargetable, that can be destroyed, stuff like that. And tributing is one of the ways, one of the easiest ways to deal with those kind of monsters. So Sapphire Swallow is gonna go with the full combo, probably going into Assembly Robin as well. So in this case, we got a choice. This is a question a lot of people asked for, like, what do you do if you have to deal with both Nightingale and Assembly Robin? Well, you go for Assembly Robin, because these, you actually, I think you should go for the one that has the most the highest number of materials, because you know, if he had Ensemble Robin with just 2 materials, he would have been fine. But if he had now even Nightingale with just 2 materials is fine. That's why you have to go for the monster with the highest number of material. So we got rid of Ensemble Robin, that gets back the Sapphire Swallow, the Nightingale to get no damage for this turn, but that's totally fine. Now we can go with our combo. So Emergency to get the Cyber Dragon, then the skill, and then Cyber Repair Plant to get another Cyber Dragon just to have an additional special summon. Then the core to begin with, grabbing the Cyberlord Fusion. It's got the Book of Eclipse though, and that's lovely because Cyberlord Fusion does not care. Like, even if these are flipped down, we can still use Cyberlord Fusion to fuse them. And actually, this is wonderful because we can free the slots of our board in order to go then into an XC summon. So there you go, went away Rampage Dragon to pop the 2 back rows, actually the flip down and the continuous spell, but it's got a Book of Eclipse, so another flip down, that's still fine. Nashter, because we're not done yet, to get the Heart to get another monster, and Cyber Dragon to be special summon, but it's got the Crow though, so no XCs unfortunately. We were kind of unlucky, we still got a draw, and we got the Cyber Repair Plant. No, we had to survive, and we have some chances because this has just 1 material. Bird Humming to get the Warbler, then a Sapphire Swallow, so it's gonna go into another XCs, but now I guess he has no more of the continuous spell because those were popped. And so he's got the Prominence Wagtail, the prominent Thrush, and then he's attacking, getting some damage done, but of course it's not enough even with the boost of Thrush. And then he time limit, but he actually scooped because he wasted a lot of time. But next turn we could have done of course Infinity and or Nova, and that would have been just enough to take care of all of this. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, more fusion to come, and let's see what we have. Immortal Cyberstar, Starving Banam, and we're going first, guys. So this is what I explained to you during the deck list breakdown, what happens now. So we got Cyber Emergency to get the core, and this is a 2-card combo, guys. You need core and Nashter in order to have both Infinity and Vimana. So we got the Cyber Repair Plant, then the mill, then at this point Cyber Repair Plant to get the Hertz, and Nashter now comes out, so special summon, summoning a Cyber Dragon. With Hertz we search another Cyber Dragon to thin the deck out, and then here it comes, triple level 5. The 4th level 5 is going to be provided by Cyber Dragon Nova, so make sure to detach it when you use its effect, so you get the same back. And then Infinity first, with the rank up Xyz, and then of course Vimana in defense position. Now we got the Xyz reborn, and that's what we need. So it's him to go first, the revealing the Saracenians and the Scorpio to get the Hydra, so you know what is about to happen. So he got the poly, then the skill to get the counter on Infinity, and he tributes that, and he's got the Hydra. Toggle on straight away, Xyz reborn. Infinity comes back with its material, so it's like nothing happened. But plus we got the Vimana's effect to increase the attack of Infinity and get the negation ready. Scorpio to begin with, guess what? Vimana says no thank you to negate that. It's got the Biblisp to get the Clammy, and then the fusion substitute, that's fine, into Ambulomelides. At this point, Ambulomelides was negated by Infinity, so he gets no search, but he's got Predator pruning. That could be a problem because he can now summon the Cobra to get the Super Poly, but guess what? We don't really care about Super Poly. He can't have anything unless he plays CHIMERATECH Rampage Dragon by itself, but even there, as long as we do not summon another Cyber Dragon, we're chilling. So it's got the Poly, it's got the Chimera Fleecia to attack, and actually we can't do nothing, so he got a damage. Goodbye to Infinity, but he did what he has to. So now it comes the Spice, Nostra to get the Infinity back. He's got also the Vimana to get the boost. Now we had a lot of ways to get rid of this. We could have just used Ultra Poly first and then Ultra Poly's effect to get Infinity back on the field, but actually not actually Infinity back on the field, but still we went straight away with that attacking. He's got the Saracenian that we can negate with Vimana, so going for lethal, that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So these fusion deck is a little bit more balanced, but in my opinion less powerful than the version that I'm playing currently on stream. I think that is the best one, honestly. While if you want to focus on a version that is even better going first, you have the one of the first video I made with Leo, Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. That is another one that you could take into account. And guys, that's everything for today. Hope the guys that asked for the fusion version are happy about it. I do have another idea to try this fusion, but I think just gonna break a lot, so I think I'll eventually try that on a stream after the KC Cup ended. So we'll end. Guys, that's everything for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.